Hello, I'm Mr. 6507, and welcome to my build of a very cheap FX-6300 computer. Now I mentioned this in my previous review of this guy here, the Roswell wireless card, but how am I out of breath? What the heck? What am I just walked up two flights of stairs. Well, I was going to build it in that case. So let's zoom in here. That's a Acer case with the front off right now. But it turns out their proprietary crap is ridiculous, because in the process of trying to make this board fit, it turns out their board is slightly taller than the one I bought, which I would never have noticed. So therefore, I've turned to an old standby, milk crates. So I don't have the can of Krylon Fusion here, but they're basically gonna become that like gray color that old computers were famous for. And this one, I've already drilled the hole for a power supply, or a power button, hard drive, and just power light in general. And I have some old connectors I pulled out of an AT computer case, which in hindsight I probably should have just kept that case and tried to use it. And this is going to be the base. The power supply that came with this computer will not work with it. So what I've had to turn to, that's the old one right here. What I've had to turn to is getting my old 2001 Dell power supply. And I just conveniently had a IDE, Molex, whatever you want to call it, to SATA connector, which saved me from having to make one. And we're going to put it into 2 milk crates and then zip tie the whole thing together, which is a pretty cheap job, but it'll work until I buy a case and a power supply. But basically this is going to, oops, that's not good, lay this down into here, and then this will sit on top of it. And then to make sure everything's not shorting on the motherboard, we have a piece of construction paper, and basically it's gonna have to be installed on like a test bed type setup where it's just all laying out on my desk, and then from there we'll get everything into the case. So bear with me, there'll probably be a bunch of cuts, and yeah, so this is what the new motherboard is. This is the old one, and if you look at the size of that heatsink and how big that is, and then if you look at the FX heatsink, sorry, I should just cut all this, but this is making future Kyle a lot easier to work with. This is the size of the other heatsink. It's like half the size, maybe not that, 3/4 the size. I'm not good with ratios. But this is gonna have the FX-6300, 8 GB of Crucial Ballistics RAM, 1 stick, because it's cheaper actually technically that way, somehow it was on sale. The old hard drive from the old Acer. The DVD drive won't even be plugged in after I install Windows, which I have a copy on the disk that I burnt before I took the whole thing apart. Those are the old SATA cables, which I won't use, next to the purple scissors of power. The Altoids case holds a whole bunch of random computers, actually this wires, which I need for the power wire. Yeah, a long time ago, I don't even know how long ago now, it was like probably 5 years ago, I ripped apart an old AT case. So I will jump cut, and you will see that spray painted, and this will all be test bedded. So, see you in the next scene. Okay guys, so plan B is in effect. I ran out and got blue ones instead. So instead of having a gray machine, because Krylon Fusion won't take to it, so it'd be like the grayish pink machine, we're gonna have the Kool-Aid machine. Which, actually, On camera, these aren't as vibrant of blue as they are in real life. It's kind of ridiculous. But nonetheless, we're still going to have a budget case because these were only $2. So it's like amount spent on case, $4 plus some tax. Amount spent on switches, $4 plus some tax. So we're up to like $8 right now. Everything else I own pretty much. So yeah. So the test bed hasn't happened yet, but I'll get back to you with that. Hallelujah. That doesn't even look like the Windows logo. Okay, so I got it to boot from disk. It didn't like my GPU in right off the bat. It was flipping out about CMOS, which scares me. CPU went in like a dream. So yeah, it's test bedded. But if I can get it to boot from Windows, hopefully it just doesn't stay at that screen. That would be really nice. I think I have one of my LEDs plugged in backwards. Yeah, I don't know if it's detecting all 8 gigs of RAM. I hope so. But I can't actually, like, I've looked it up in the BIOS and can't find it. So, yeah, only time can tell now. So we're getting devices ready. I'm holding a device. Now it's just getting ready. I just noticed something. I don't know if this is the first time anyone's ever looked at a stock cooler from AMD that isn't the one for like the 8-core. But look at that hole through there. Like, I'm not a complete genius on thermal anything, so I don't even know what exactly thermodynamics means. But I know that if you put shrouds and you get direct airflow, it works a lot better than just hovering your fan over top of the other stuff. Like, holy crud, there's just this gap here where the air just goes, it'll hit this, and if any common sense serves me, it'll just say, I don't want to go through here all the way, and just pop out the sides. And then you just turn the fan up, and turn it up some more, and turn it up some more. Look at that. Hi. I don't know. I mean, from what I understand, they work, and you can kind of actually somehow overclock on them, but I'm just not enthused by all of the stock CPU coolers that like exist. It's just like, wow, this is ridiculous. Also, I had that realization that when I wired everything wrong, I had wired the power button onto where the reset light or reset button should have been, and whatever. But I put my status LED and my hard drive LED in the wrong spot. I can fix that later. I'm not going to do it now. I don't want to touch anything too much. And we have a black screen. Yay! Also, this thing makes a really high-pitched whining noise. Kind of annoying. So yeah, another thing. If you ever come by these 24-pin socket, where am I looking? 24-pin sockets, and you have a 20-pin, don't worry about it. Actually, the extra 4 pins is basically just for this connector. So like, if you have a 24-pin one, you don't need to put that there. But yeah, I guess it's just their method of slowly eliminating the extra 4 pins, but they haven't done it right yet. So I'll get back to you guys when everything's all done booting and everything. Might just like go make a sandwich and come back. Also, this hard drive is not the quietest hard drive in the world. Oop, stuff is happening. Fans have kicked in. We've rebooted. Are we booting off the hard drive now? Are we still doing Windows crap? I think we're still doing Windows crap. I don't want to touch anything because I'm afraid that I'll screw something up, so... Best to let it just do what it wants to do. Man, cameras really... We need to figure out how to get cameras to white balance when you point them at a TV. Anyway, completely off topic. I'm gonna go make a sandwich. Okay, finally. After all of the... What? Oh. Shadowplay failed. After all of that work, I finally got the Zotac GT630 to work in the motherboard. Its number. If you ever get, which they technically discontinued, an ECS A960M, BIOS update it right away because they don't work with VGA cards right off the bat. So yeah. Does it really want me to close that? Of all things, I don't understand why Shadowplay should even be installed. The heck, Nvidia, what are you doing to me? So yeah, technically it's all put together now. So it all has to be put together now. Okay guys, well the computer is finished. Well, would have done it a little bit differently. But it works, and I can pick it up. That's always a good thing. So there's my LEDs. Yellow is power, red's hard drive. The yellow one used to be a turbo light, funny enough. Back when you can overclock, kind of push a button. It's really dark in there. What I'm really thinking about is I might want to put a fan right here just to blow on the motherboard. I don't know. I'd have to get a case fan of some kind though. I might rip the what used to be the CPU fan out of the other computer and just plug it in then. Thing is, I have to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, about 9 zip ties. Actually 10. 11. Okay, so it's not exactly easy to work on off the bat, but they're at least zip ties. They're like $2. I used a lot of them. I bet you if I used these big long ones, it would have been a lot easier, but they don't conform to things as well as the little ones. But yeah, that was a case for $15 with no shipping. I mean, you could buy a case for $15, or you could do this. And chances are this will last a little bit longer than that case I buy for $15. But what I'm actually going to do is probably eventually peel this sticker back up, take everything out of this case, and I'll buy like a cooler master or Silverstone or something like that, like a Silverstone tall. It's about this tall and like that wide with like a deep one, and like a small subwoofer or something, and rebuild it. Until then, you know, this is what I've got. It really is. It's actually smaller than that one technically. I mean, front to back smaller, just a little bit wider, so when I put it back there it'll just be in the same spot. The only complaint I have about it is that CPU fan whine. That's driving me insane. But yeah, that and the fact that they don't go together exactly right. Also, don't touch the GPU while it's hot. That's gonna be a thing. So yeah, I'll probably make some kind of zip tie handle for it, and this will be my LAN PC for a while. Just, you know, pick it up, move it around. It's good for the hard drive. The hard drive is cooking in that case over there, so yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go install some Steam games, see how they run. try some Planetside too. This is Mr. 6507 signing out on my SuperCrateBox. Well guys, it took a little bit of trading and wheeling and dealing, but we're finally at the end of the computer building scenario. Now there's a little bit more things I need to do, but right now it's workable. I've had it for a couple days and just haven't got it available to do a little vlog on it. But basically we're in a different Acer case altogether now. Also, I forgot what model number it is because I threw out the sticker. But doesn't matter, it's a full-size micro ATX case, which I really didn't want to go to a full-size one since I have a DTX motherboard. But at this point, it's just more efficient to do this. And I really do like the way this case looks. So, here, I'll pop the side off. Takes 2 hands to do it pretty much if you don't do it right. There's a lever on the back that gets a little sticky, but other than that. So, it doesn't take up all the card spots in there. Cable management, there's no way to run it behind a board, so just put it in there, zip tie it a little bit, like I did over there. Now how I'll pick it up in the dark, it's kind of trying to refocus. Still shocked at how small the AMD fan shroud is. This does run Planetside too, on minimum settings, full render distance, or render everything and whatnot. 250 watt power supply, DVD drive, wireless dongle for my wireless keyboard and mouse, which I got for Christmas. Nothing special, just regular old Microsoft keyboard and mouse. So yeah, I put the hard drive in the lowest slot because race car. I don't really know why I put it down there, but it is. And so let's put the door on. Excuse me, I have to set this down. Okay, so now the case is built. Check out this cool Acer thing up here. Bet you there was supposed to be a USB dongle or something in there, but it's not there. So, finally, to finish this up, classic game room sticker going right there. And there we go. See if I can tilt this back to get some light on the side of it. There's a nice panel here on the side where I don't have any lights or anything in there. But it's a big vent on the side, so everything's open. It used to, the old CPU cooler, this computer wasn't run very much. It had a Pentium processor in it. Had a heat sink that came out and had a cup that kind of came out to here, so it only sucked in through the side. But it wasn't used enough to actually put the big dust circle on the side, which was very nice. And there we go. Classic game room sticker. Support them. Support the fridge. Support AMD. Support Intel. Support what you like. But until then, this is Mr. 6507. And I don't say stay cool with the fridge here, but I'm going to say stay cool.